quite quickly. She has a Zeal, the Phantom Dancer, possibly going for another Phantom Dancer, and that is not going to be fun whatsoever. Everybody is now congregated inside the base for XAN. They are pinging around. We see a Blue Pill, Jarvan, and Nunu both back in base, and we're going to see if they can come back out in time. No, Nunu actually just dropped down. It looks like he disappeared instantly, but he disappeared under the coin of Annie on the minimap, and the Oracle's now in the hands of Nunu as well for this side, so both teams have the Oracle. The initiation could come in. There was the flag drop there. The ultimate going down. Tibbers is on the ground. A good amount of damage, but a great heal from the hands of Sona. Picks her team back up. Janna using her ult, and it will push some people back, but only healing herself and not really giving her team the utility and support necessary. The ult coming out of the hands of Sona there after her heals will shut down the rest of the team. It is going to be a big jump. A lot of damage coming out of the hands of Vayne. Was able to shut down Tristana. Not worth as much money at this point in time, but it was a good player to go down. It's going to be a lot harder for these guys to drop more turrets and inhibitors, but this one, obviously being so low, they're going to be able to do it very well. An ace for the team. They won't be able to go all the way on this one. They may be able to get a lot of damage done. Actually, they have a huge minion wave. I am a liar. I did not see that. As I looked down to the mini-map, they kind of blended in with everything down there on the minions, and it looks like they may be able to take the game here. 9 and 7 seconds left before anybody gets back in the match. A lot of damage to be done to this Nexus right now. Alistar with the highest base damage at the start of this game, so he's going to be using his abilities and using that Sheen to just rock off a ton of damage to this Nexus, and that is going to be a GG for this game. Very well played by Game, coming out strong against XAN after a loss for Game. XAN coming off a win now to the loss, and Game probably feeling a lot better about that situation.
They should feel really good about themselves, even though that Vayne really gave them trouble. Tristana, if you watched her jumping left and right in that last fight, the Jarvan ulti hit her, and I'm sure she was ready with the finger over the W button, and she just jumped right over. It's like, yeah, you jump on me, I'll just jump out, and you could play in your creative by yourself.
Let's check the damage that Tristana dished out on this. 271 creep score and a huge amount of kills here. Damage dealt Tristana. She is, yes, Candy Panda on the top, 175,000 damage. That's not going to feel good. She's actually beating everybody by at least 2 bars. The closest behind her was Darkness.
Nice.
Great game played.
Absolutely, yes. That was well, that was exactly the game that we expected to see, with a dominating bottom lane translated into lots of successes in team fights. To be honest, XAN didn't play a bad game at all. That Vayne was really scary, and Jarvan top lane shut down in Italy, which I didn't think was possible either. But yeah, I have to say that they're definitely not bad. But I still don't understand how they could shut down TSM so bad. Something must have happened.
It's one of those catch off guard type of matches, you know, and it really happened. This time, you look at the heart of golds, and they're depending on that gold over time. You know, that's not really something you want to have to do. It kind of gives you the mentality, if you're being pushed back, you're like, all right, I'm still kind of getting gold, so I don't want to overextend and push. When sometimes you need to take those chances, and you need the force to fight before Tristana gets 271 and 14 and 4, because that is not something you can really come back from, you know. Unless, obviously, like he said, you possibly get the Thorn Mail, and at that time you're already saying, oh man, this is kind of in the bag.
Yes, exactly, yes. And not a team player, Candy Panda, as you can see. Not a single
no assists. He wants them all.
Yes, he beats them all for himself. He should have built Sword of the Occult. That would have totally made sense.
That would have hurt. Very much so.
Well, a very good game there, and Candy Panda proving that it's not for no reason that we call him the hero of Game D, their rock star, so to speak, and that's the gameplay that we've been looking to see from him. Maybe his Tristana is simply better than his Corki, because that was, let me tell you, an amazing Tristana.
That was a very good game, utilized very well in all positioning and every other aspect that, you know, a Tristana needs to play, not using her rocket jump and too early to give herself her escape, as well as a flash out of that as well, using her E at the right time to, you know, stop healing. It was just very well played all around, and she definitely had the build going as well. Also noticed she needed some magic resistance, went from the Negatron Cloak, and pretty much everything else around the board, just a very well-rounded build for that Tristana, and for, I should say, you know, Candy.
Yeah, I like to see that. So, do you know what's next?
I do not.
You do
it's
not.
A surprise.
It's going to be, well, there's going to be interviews next, of course.
I believe we do have the players ready in the tournament area for some interviews, so let's get that checked out and see what the post-game players have to say.
Hi, after a particularly epic game, I'm here with the team that just played. Can you introduce yourself to everyone and who you played in that game?
I'm from Team XAN. I'm intrigued. I played Janna last game.
Great, and what were your thoughts about that last game?
It was a very close fight, but they played a bit better, so they won the game. but there was some disconnection, so I was a bit disappointed. But that's not an excuse.
Yeah, it was very dramatic for all of us watching, and you guys were able to manage to come back from it pretty well, but not for the whole game. What do you think the particular strengths of your team are, and how did that manifest within that last game we just watched?
Can you repeat?
Yeah, what do you think the strengths of your team are, and how did that manifest itself during that last game? Where did that come through?
Actually, I think it's the gameplay that we lost to.
Sorry?
Actually, I don't get your question.
What do you think is the main strength of your team? What are you guys best at? What are you best at?
Oh, we are best at our lane controls. However, the last game, our lanes weren't doing very well, and they got the upper hand.
Great. Thank you very much. And can you introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Kenny Panda. I played Tristana last game. Yeah, I'm the carry player of GMD.
Great. It was a very epic Tristana. I think we're all very excited to watch you and watch the awesome items you were building. You got very scary at the end there. How do you think that happened? What got you all that gold and all those kills?
Well, in my opinion, Zona and Tristana are the strongest bot lane at the moment. And yeah, we got a lot of towers because we pushed with Nidalee. And so yeah, I got really fed.
Great, and so obviously with their team that you haven't really played before, you haven't really seen them play before. Were there any surprises?
Actually not, because they played really similar to us. So yeah, we didn't expect them to play such a style like us.
Great, well that's awesome. Thank you both very much. Good luck with your next game, and back over to you guys.